this is like a pretty brutal intro, but I'm gonna be making a new series. Hopefully, I'm probably gonna just be messing around. But I was just chilling. Nah, I was just chilling, like making a class, and I saw this, and I was like, oh, I guess that would be a good idea for a video. So yeah, I'm doing this right now. And what I'm gonna be doing is, I really don't have any. Okay, so this is a class. I'm not really able to like come up with stuff to talk about. So what I'm just gonna be doing is like telling stories like other people do, like other snipers do. The first story that I'm gonna tell is my first experience with video games. The first video game that I ever had was this pet simulator, and it was for, I guess, puppies. I'm pretty sure it's for puppies. And you would like raise a puppy. I guess you would just play with your puppy. You wouldn't even raise it, and it wouldn't like grow old or anything. It would just like be there, and you could walk it. And while you were walking it, you could like pick up its shit, and it was pretty fun. I liked it a lot. But it was for the DS. The DS was the first console that I ever had. Obviously, it was handheld, so I don't know. I guess you would call it a handheld, not a console. But my parents got it for me for, I think, my ninth birthday. And I was immediately hooked. I was like, oh my god, this is fucking the best thing ever. I basically, like, ended up playing it way too much. And my parents they got really irritated at me because I was playing it way too much. So what they did was they tried to limit me. I was really mad at them at one point, and I wouldn't, like, you know how you give, I don't know if other people do this, but I used to give my parents just the silent treatment whenever I was really super mad. I would try to talk like as little as possible, and I would try to not even like nod, and I would just try to ignore them. But anyways, oh my god, dude, there were a couple of dudes over there. Anyways, so yeah, I got really mad at them for doing that. But anyways, I keep saying anyways. I would try and find it. I would try and like I would look for it as much as possible. And I eventually found it. It was in my mom's closet, and I just opened it up and I was like, oh, it has to be in here. Took it out and I started playing it, and just then my fucking parents walked through the door, and I was like, wow, I am fucked. They sold the DS. They sold it, and basically I didn't have another video game for a while. It ruined me. That experience with it, where they sold my fucking video game, I was so mad. So yeah, they thought that video games were a negative influence then, and then that shit happened, and so I basically didn't have I didn't play any more video games up until I was 12. Well, I couldn't play video games. I got video game magazines. So what I did was I would subscribe to these magazines, and I had an allowance like every week. I think it was $5, and what I did was I would save up those $5, and I wouldn't spend it on anything else since I really didn't have anything else to spend it on. And what I would do is I would save up, and all of the subscriptions that I got every month, it was $30 in total for like I think I got 3 different video game magazines. So I would just save up all of my money, and just whenever these video game magazines came in, I was like, oh yes, and I looked at all these video games, and I just imagined myself playing it. One of the video games that I thought I would enjoy the most, and I just like daydreamed about the most, was Black Ops 1. And I saved the article. This is how lame I was. I saved the article, like I cut it out of the fucking magazine, and then I pasted it onto my wall. Anyways, so yeah, I didn't have any video games for a very long time, and I would just geek out over these fucking game magazines. So yeah, I would just look at these video game magazines. I would just study them as much as possible. Yeah, I fucking was a geek. Anyways, this game just ended, and I did pretty horrible with that gun.